Okay, I'm back. So that's Magic Circle Plus, and I'll explain what that is a little better. But let's go back and look at the Magic Circle. CGDAE. CGDAE. Now it's tripentatonic. And what I want to show you is we were looking at C there, and that started on 3. So in the bottom string, you see 3, you think C. G starts on the 6th, G shape starts on the 6th, D shape starts on the 2nd, A shape starts on the 5th, E shape starts on 7 or root. Okay, and it's not entirely crazy just to play the leading tone. So if I wanted to play a C scale, if somebody's playing me a C scale, got a cut on my. By the way, I do have a cut on my hand too. You can see this big band-aid, but that's 6 days old. Once I band-aid one thing up, I start chewing on my other nails. It's terrible. But it's not illegal just to do this. It sounds pretty good. I mean, it sounds musical. So the E shape is strange that way because the E shape, we start the pentatonic on the root. Pentatonic doesn't play the 7th. That's all it is. It just doesn't play the 7th. I'm wondering, do we have that? We could use the colored, the colored notes. I like this because it's just eye candy. So the 7th would be over here, key of C, let's say, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All right. So in that particular box, we have an E-shaped root, which is an E-shaped C. And then we have an A-shaped fourth, same thing. It just goes the C, the F, and the A. All right, up there in that. That's a C. That's a A-shaped F, and then we have a C-shaped fifth. Okay, so what I wanted to show you here with the 7 root 2 here, we have a C-shaped fifth. Okay, now this is the G now. It's not the C. That's your G-shaped, that's your C-shaped G. C-shaped. See, I played a G-shape for a second. So that's part of that tripentatonic. So over here when we're looking at 7 root 2, the 7 comes from the C shape. So it's part of it. It's an important part of it. Okay? That's why looking at things tripentatonically is interesting. Excuse me. And, with the A now, it's the only one that has 5, 6. It doesn't have any half notes in it. Okay? We want to look at the Magic Circle Plus. And I'm going to zoom all the way out here. And by the way, I'm looking up because I have this humongous TV now that I guess, not inherited, but was given by my parents to me. I took it and kept it from being just sold or given to charity or something, because I wanted to get a better screen. So I have this big giant screen now, which is good. It's almost like a blackboard that you can only read it. You have to program it. So you'll see me looking way up at this big thing here, and it's if I could get a little shot of this. There it is. There's the big screen, and it's covering some of my wall and my honors and all that stuff, degrees, certifications, my my sobriety medals and stuff like that. I want to talk about Magic Circle Plus. It says way up here, I'll read it to you. Magic Circle Plus. The two instances of the magic circle, each starting from the cage shapes, are an octave apart, each starting from one caged letter away from each other. Now, with pentatonics are very interesting because if you look at the tuning fret, which is the E fret right here, this is where your E is, or way down here, let's say, if you had a super long guitar. E, you go E to A to D to G to B to E again. These are pentatonics. This is the notes of a pentatonic scale. Everything in guitar is pentatonic. And it's not a circle of fourths. See, circle of fourths would be starting from E, it'd be okay, and you wouldn't even get back to that last string. So, starting from E is 1, string 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be an F up here, C and F up here. We've talked about that. That's the unwarped fretboard, P4 tuning. But it's not. So it's a pentatonic scale, because here's a pentatonic scale: C, D, E, G, A. Well, guess what? When we do a tuning like that, everything's pentatonic with the guitar. So that's all I was mentioning there. So what I was saying was, it's important to get used to the letters in the pentatonic scale and not worry about whether they're major or minor. They're just reference letters. So the word caged is a descending pentatonic scale: C, A, G, E, D. C, A, G, E, D. C, A, G, E, D. Cage. Just worry about the letters. So if we look at the letters, it's E, A, D, G, B. E, A, D, G, B. Now there's a B there. Now that's strange. I thought it was a C. Okay. So let's look at the magic fret. We've got A, D, G. Okay, we've got C, and we've got E. Okay, it's the magic fret that is a perfect pentatonic scale in C. Okay, so that is a characteristic, an attribute of the magic fret. So let's look at that. Let's realize that. That's what I was saying. It wasn't the tuning itself. So I kind of dragged you through that. We found out, but I made sure I got it right. We're both learning on this. The magic fret is interesting because it is a pentatonic scale. So it's the pentatonic scale in the key that it's in. Okay, so one would say that if the magic fret is a pentatonic scale in the key that it's in, what string is that? That's the G string, which is interesting. So the G string of the magic fret is the key that you're in. So over here, the G string is G